like the pros with Skordle Live. Find out more at skordle.com/stream. Stream like the pros with Skordle Live. Find out more at skordle.com.
Braum's is bringing the heat. Introducing Braum's new spicy chicken sandwiches. Flavor this good just can't be beat. Braum's crispy, tender, spicy chicken delivers just enough kick to ramp up our original recipe. Get it regular or club style with crispy bacon and American cheese. Add on Braum's sauce for that extra burst of heat, and you have spicy chicken sandwich perfection. Because nothing is better than Braum's. Braum.
Stream like the pros with Skordle Live. Find out more at skordle.com/stream.
Braum's is bringing the heat. Introducing Braum's new spicy chicken sandwiches. Flavor this good just can't be beat. Braum's crispy, tender, spicy chicken delivers just enough kick to ramp up our original recipe. Get it regular or club style with crispy bacon and American cheese. Add on Braum's sauce for that extra burst of heat, and you have spicy chicken sandwich perfection. Because nothing is better than Braum's.
Stream like the pros with Skordle Live. Find out more at skordle.com/stream.
Braum's is bringing the heat. Introducing Braum's new spicy chicken sandwiches. Flavor this good just can't be beat. Braum's crispy, tender, spicy chicken delivers just enough kick to ramp up our original recipe. Get it regular or club style with crispy bacon and American cheese. Add on Braum's sauce for that extra burst of heat, and you have spicy chicken sandwich perfection. Because nothing is better than Braum's.
All right, hello and welcome to the Skordle Victory Lap, honoring all of the state champions from the high school state basketball tournaments. It's been about 60 days, so this has been quite a victory lap in the making. I'm your host, Mark Rodgers, sports animal and Skordle. My co-host, Lucy the cat, is sitting here next to me that might make an appearance in the show at some point in time. So we're going to run down all of the different state champions for you here over about the next hour and a half, and we really appreciate you guys joining the show today for this. So let's welcome in our first guest, Calumet and the Calumet Chieftains, Class B boys state champions. And there we are. There we go. Coach Mayfield with this group of Hunter Mayfield, Brendan Voss, and Caleb Thiessen. And so we'll get to them here in just a second. So we appreciate you guys joining us today from Calumet. How y'all doing? Can you guys hear me? Stand by. We've got a little audio issues going on. Live look at the Calumet Library. Think they can hear us. Still can't hear you guys.
Stream like the pros with Skordle Live. Find out more at skordle.com/stream. Stream like the pros with Skordle Live. Find out more at Skordle.
Brahms is bringing the heat. Introducing Brahms new spicy chicken sandwiches. Flavor this good just can't be beat. Brahms crispy, tender, spicy chicken delivers just enough kick to ramp up our original recipe. Get it regular or club style with crispy bacon and American cheese. Add on Brahms sauce for that extra burst of heat, and you have spicy chicken sandwich perfection, because nothing is better than Brahms. Brahms is bringing the heat. Introducing Brahms new spicy chicken sandwiches. Flavor this good just can't be beat. Brahms crispy, tender, spicy chicken delivers just enough kick to ramp up our original recipe. Get it regular or club style with crispy bacon and American cheese. Add on Brahms sauce for that extra burst of heat, and you have spicy chicken sandwich perfection, because nothing is better than Brahms. Brahms is bringing the heat. Introducing Brahms new spicy chicken sandwiches. Flavor this good just can't be beat. Brahms crispy, tender, spicy chicken delivers just enough kick to ramp up our original recipe. Get it regular or club style with crispy bacon and American cheese. Add on Brahms sauce for that.
Stream like the pros with Skordle Live. Find out more at skordle.com/stream.
Can you hear us now? Hey, can y'all hear us?
We good? I think we're good.
All right, good.
All right, here we go. Ready to roll. Thank you guys for joining us today. We appreciate it. And we begin today's Skordle Victory Lap with Calumet Chieftains, Class B Boys State Champions, Coach Jacob Mayfield and his crew there with us. Hey, congrats, guys, on the state championship. What did it feel like getting over the hump after a couple of years as runner-up?
Good. Just worked hard at it, did all we could.
And there's a huge difference in being runner-up and winning it. There's just a lot different feeling. A lot of other stuff that goes along with it. So, you get rings, and we've ordered those, and taking pictures. It's just it's a huge difference in runner-up and finals, for sure.
No doubt. And I'm sure this group is ready to come back. You guys are all sophomores this season and will be juniors next year. Tell me a little bit about each of these individuals, Jacob, and what makes them a special group.
Well, we really have a lot of guys that can do a lot of different things. We lost some guys. We had a couple transfer on us actually when the year started, and then we graduated two really good players from last year's team. So we actually have 5 guards on the floor almost the whole game, and our subs come in. But what's special about these guys, they're tough enough to guard big guys and rebound, and we got good shooters, and so they all can do a little bit of everything. So it makes it kind of hard to guard.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I noticed watching you guys play is that you've got a lot of excellent shooters on this team. How much time goes into that? How much gym time do they get? And are there any routines you guys follow to make sure that you can shoot the way as you guys do?
Do you want to answer
that? We shoot a lot. It's almost every day in practice. There's a little bit of shooting that goes into a little bit every single day. So shoot a lot.
Yeah. We have a few guys that come to the gym quite a bit, and one thing about this group of guys is when it's that season, they're really on it. These guys all play every sport. I mean, both sports for us, baseball and basketball, we've been pretty successful at both, and they do a good job of splitting their time up and really working hard in their in-season stuff, for sure.
Shooting's the fun stuff. Working on defense, which I know you guys do a lot of, I'm sure isn't quite as much fun. How much goes into the conditioning and the workouts on the defensive end of the floor?
We put a lot of time into defense. I would say the majority of our practice is working on defense, shell drill, different stuff like that. It's pretty intense in practice, so we can crank up the intensity in game.
What do you guys do to condition in the off season and when you're playing baseball?
Well, we go to the weight room a lot, and with baseball and everything, we're staying active quite a bit, so we don't really ever get out of shape.
The last couple of years, we've implemented. We have weights an hour. Maybe it's usually 2 classes per hour of that. Not only the athletes, but any other kid in our school that wants to do it. So we do get a lot of weight room time. That's helped our program tremendously, getting bigger, faster, stronger for sure.
All right, who wins a horse competition in between the 4 of you guys?
What?
Horse.
Okay.
You don't know what that is, obviously.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm an old.
Me.
Okay.
I would. Mir.
Definitely not me.
Probably Hunter. Hunter does put in the most time shooting. I will say that.
That's very nice. How many free throws out of 100, Hunter?
I think I get 90 up, maybe.
90?
Yeah, I think I get 80 to 90 for you.
Okay. No, I mean, I'm taking the over 80 for sure. I mean, I would probably take the over 90. So what do you guys have planned for schedule next year? I mean, I know that you all have that annual game with Okarche, who's a defending state champion now like you guys are. Is that still on the schedule, and what tournament-wise will you have?
We stayed in our same 3 tournaments. We have the Canton tournament early, and then we go to the Alec tournament, and then we play in the West Central, which Okarche's got into the West Central this next year, but I think their boys will be in the tournament champions, so we won't see them in that until after this year. But, that Okarche game for us is an awesome game. It's late in the season. And to be honest, since they've won back-to-back, but the loser of that game the last 2 years, we beat them 2 years ago, and they went ahead and won state Class A. So it's a good competition. This year they kind of got us down early, and we fought back, and it really showed a lot about our team to fight back and make that a really close game. We were 1 or 2 possessions that maybe we thought having a chance to win that game, but it is an exciting game because they do play so fast, and we like playing fast ourselves. It's just we don't get a chance to play that fast against anybody else all season, so it's up and down, and a lot of points are usually scored.
Well, save us a seat. We'd love to see it. We'll be there. But thank you guys for your time. We appreciate it, and congratulations on winning the state championship.
Thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
All right, our next guest will be the Weatherford Eagles, winning Class 4A, and we got a big group out there. Sorry, Lucy the cat, you got to go. Coach Derek Bull, CJ Nixon, Walker Kennedy, Ethan and Tate Sage will join us from Weatherford when we get there here in just a second momentarily. What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
What's up? Good.
Excellent. I think everybody kind of felt like this 4A bracket was building all season long between you guys and North Rock Creek and Douglas and Crossings. And what an incredible atmosphere in the big house for that one in the middle of the afternoon. I think I pulled a hamstring walking into the arena to see it because there were so many cars in the parking lot. I had to park on the other side of May Avenue. But talk to me about the fan base and the following and what that was for you guys, because the fans really showed up and showed out for y'all.
Yeah, our fans support us very well. I mean, they're loyal and true. They follow us everywhere we go. And just like recent years, every year at the state tournament, I mean, it is packed to the top. So we're just so thankful to have a community that supports us like that.
Derek, how intense was that for you, man? There were some really, really tense moments going on.
Yeah, the semifinal game, like you said, against North Rock Creek with the lights going on and off, very weird, unique game, and they gave us their best shot, and we were fortunate to win that one. And then, obviously, the finals against well-coached Crossings team that, played really well and, put a lot of pressure on us to make some plays late, which we were able to do. But very tough moments those last two games, and these guys' experience kind of pulled through there for us.
CJ, you're going to Oklahoma to play football. Are you going to miss basketball, or is that still in your blood? What's going on there?
There's a chance I might still be playing. I haven't decided fully yet, but it's not completely out the window.
So you're still staying in the gym and keeping your game tight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what are your expectations football wise at OU? What position are you going to play, and what are you working on there?
Really right now, just staying in the weight room, building muscle, gaining some weight, but I'm gonna play defensive end there.
Walker, tell me about coming and playing with this Weatherford team and a group of guys that have been together for a long time, and what you found when you got there and what you liked the most.
It was definitely a big change. I had to come in, and I'm coming from a school where I'm the best player, and I'm scoring, I'm shooting all the shots. So I'm coming to a team that has 2 Division I players and just like a full college starting five pretty much. And I just knew I had to play my role in order to win, and that's all I wanted to do. So I just came here and played my role.
What are your plans coming up for college?
I'm going to SWASU, so I'm staying in Weatherford for 4 more years.
Going to be playing with Coach Weiberg. That's awesome. I did see that. Which of the brothers committed to Iowa this last week? All right, man. Congratulations. Tell me about how that process went down and what you thought about going to play for the Hawkeyes.
Thank you. Well, I've been committed to Drake, I think, for about 7 months. And then Drake had a very successful season. And after that season, the coach took the head coach job at the University of Iowa. And basically, it was a phone call that said, hey, we want you to come with us. So got that. Then I called Drake, got released from my letter of intent, and recently just signed to Iowa.
So you're going to be playing some defense for Ben McCollum, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now, how about your brother? What are your college plans?
I'm going to Pittsburgh State.
Gorillas, huh?
Yep.
Pittsburgh, Kansas is a pretty cool town, so I think that's good. Derek, how rare is it to have a group like this that has grown up together and played so much basketball and so many good games?
In this day and age, it's pretty unheard of to have a group that's been together for a long time, all the way. Most of these guys since kindergarten here at Weatherford Public Schools, and grew up playing together. Dreamed of being in these moments, and it's even rarer to find a group as talented and as well mannered as these guys are. So I've been lucky; they've made my job easy, and man, we're sure going to miss them.
What's coming back for next year?
We got a lot back as far as talent goes. Not a lot of experience. but a lot of guys that are kind of waiting their turn that would have been starters and key players on a lot of 4A teams that were just behind guys like this. So, they're going to be hungry, and we're going to be working hard this summer and off season, looking forward to having a chance to get back to the new big house next year.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. Any of you guys have Coach Renshaw for history?
He does. The other guys have had him before, I think.
We had him in our earlier years in high
For
school.
the past 2 years.
Good. I know he makes you earn it. I had his dad growing up for history. I could still remember all those things that he made me learn. So that's good stuff. We'll give him my best.
We will.
All right. Hey, congrats, guys. I've enjoyed watching you all over the past few years and continue to watch you guys play and grow as your careers continue after this. So, Derek, good to see you, man. Thank you, guys.
Mark, thank you.
Thank you.
You bet. I appreciate it. Our next guest is going to be going to Tulsa to visit with Eli Brown, Booker T. Washington, the Class 5A Boys State Championship. Incredible with Booker T winning their 17th Oklahoma Secondary School Activities Association Championship. There's no tradition like Booker T tradition. It's incredible. Eli, how are you doing, man? At first, I have to say, we really are thinking about you with the loss of one of your players in a tragic accident, DJ Laster, and I know that you have a very heavy heart dealing with that just happened this past week.
I kind of lost you at the end. I don't hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me now? Hopefully we can get you back there. I don't know if it's a Bluetooth issue, but let me know if you can hear us.
Lost all sound.
Okay. All right. Hold on, Adam. We'll take a break here and make sure that he can get situated, and we'll get with Coach Brown coming up to make sure that that everything's okay with that group. So far we visited with Calumet. We visited with Weatherford, the Class B, the Class 4A Boys Championships. We've got Booker T. Washington on deck here. Then we will drop down to Class 2A Girls with OBA. Mike Donnelly, the head coach at Deer Creek, will join us. They are the 6A Boys State Champion. Jennifer Douglas of El Reno is on tap then, followed by Clay Conley of Hammond. And so we're looking forward to talking to each and every one of these teams that have been
Can you hear me?
successful here in basketball. Yeah, Coach, I can hear you. Can you hear me? You got me? Yeah, I could hear him. I think we're still having a little bit of difficulty for him hearing us. So apologize for that. Let's take a real quick break. We'll hear from our sponsors right here on the Sports Animal, Brahms, amongst others. And we'll come back and hopefully we'll have a little bit better connection going with Coach Brown from Booker T.
Stream like the pros with Skordle Live. Find out more at skordle.com/stream.
Brahms is bringing the heat. Introducing Brahms' new spicy chicken sandwiches. Flavor this good just can't be beat. Brahms' crispy, tender, spicy chicken delivers just enough kick to ramp up our original recipe. Get it regular or club style with crispy bacon and American cheese. Add on Brahms sauce for that extra burst of heat, and you have spicy chicken sandwich perfection. Because nothing is better than Brahms.
All right, welcome back. Hopefully we'll be joined by Coach Brown here for Booker T. Washington, trying to get some audio issues worked out. Coach, you got us?
I think I do. I think I'm good.
All right, awesome. Hey, we did want to say that we send our sympathies to you guys for the loss of one of your players this week who was in Kansas City, DJ Laster. Was such a tragic loss, and we're all thinking about you guys.
I appreciate that. It's been a rough week so far. Sunday was a roller coaster because I came off of my daughter graduating college Saturday and driving home from Nashville, 10-hour drive. And I get home, unpacking everything else. And I get a couple phone calls that led into tons of phone calls and messages, and I just couldn't believe it. I mean, DJ, not just DJ, but everybody in that car was special, and I knew all 5 of those individuals in the car, and they all will be missed. But DJ was close to us, and he was a huge member of the Hornet family and on the basketball team, and ran track and was going to go play football this upcoming season. Just one of those kids that you wouldn't mind your daughter dating, your son hanging out with. He loved God. He had just given his life to Jesus Christ a couple of weeks before, and so that's the comfort knowing that he's now where he needs to be and doesn't have to worry about a thing anymore.
Thank you for saying that, and we appreciate it. You guys had a flawless performance, I thought, in the championship game, playing some incredible defense against a Lawton team, and it has to make you feel good to really have that type of performance when the lights are on. But that's something that about being a tradition, a part of that at Booker T. Washington. Right. We did play, I thought, as flawless as we could play after the first 2 minutes of the game. Our kids just were locked in to do what we needed them to do to go ahead and seal the deal and get this 17th gold ball in our history of OSSA basketball. But the kids just really, honed in on all the little details of the scouting report, and they wanted to make sure they got everything right. And together, I mean, the amount of film we watched was paramount for us, and we were prepared for the game, and we came in the game feeling like we were going to play well, and we did. You guys have such a big brand nationally. You played basketball this year all across the country. What is your schedule set up so far right now, or are you still in the works of figuring all that out? Well, we're waiting on district play. I mean, you usually don't get that until August for 5A and 6A. But the non-conference or non-district games and tournaments that have been set, we're going. As you mentioned, we went out of town a few times last year, and this year we're planning on going out of town again and going back to Springfield, and we'll also be going to Dallas for the Hoop Fest and Thanksgiving, and then we're going to Carl Albert, and then we'll go to the Bishop Kelly tournament as well. And I'm excited. We got a game scheduled with Millwood this year, so that's going to be exciting for the 2 leading state championship basketball boys teams in Oklahoma get to go head to head again, and maybe we can square it up after being beat this year. 35 state championships between those 2 schools. I mean, that's some incredible tradition there for you guys. You've got a lot of players coming back off of this roster. So tell me about what your expectations are going into next season. I mean, we won't run from it. We fully expect to be back in the state championship game and to try to, tie Millwood if they don't win it again next year, to tie Millwood with the 18th gold ball in our school's history. But we got some good pieces still returning. And so we lose some very key pieces, but we still got key pieces in the toolbox. And so we think we can go ahead and make another run and try to go back to back. And that's our expectation. I mean, the kids have already deemed that to be the expectation and the goal for next year. So we're going to roll with that. What's it like coaching at your alma mater? It's got to be a great honor. Oh man, it's special. I mean, every coach just about would love to always go back home and coach at their home and have some success coaching at home, and that's what this is. And we started out with a 2-9 season my first year, and we just vowed that we would never have that type of season again, and we haven't. We want to keep that rolling, but going home is something special. It's something I've always wanted to do since I started coaching back in 2005, and so the goal was to get back to Booker T one day, and we did that. And then the ultimate goal was to win one at Booker T, and we did that. So we want to keep going and try to set new goals and keep this dream going. 2 at Central for you as a head coach, and then 1 at Booker T. So that's is that right? No, it's 1 at Central. I played for 2 at Booker T. Player, right? Okay. It 1-1 and 1-1 at Central in 2015. So I got 2. Okay. Very good. Okay. If we're sitting around talking at Booker T, we got a bunch of alumni around there. Who's getting the love as the best team of all time at the school? Oh, I knew a question like that was coming. I got an idea here. I mean, I've got one that I would nominate. Okay. Would it have been 98? What's the year you had? Marcus Hill, Ryan Humphrey. That's 97. 97. 96, 97. Okay, I'm going 97 with all respect to this year's team and your team. Who you got?
Oh man, 97 is a great one. I mean, they were really good.
You have two pros on that team, two NBA players.
Right. They were special. I mean, and they had so many Division I players on that team. 97 might have been the deepest team. But you also got like I think it was 84 that was really good with Wayman. I mean, then you got the Melvin Gillum years, the early RW years. It's hard. But I think I got to go with 97 as well.
Okay. All right. Good.
And maybe 2025's team is right there with them.
Okay. I like that. I think that's awesome, man. Hey, thanks, Coach Brown. We appreciate your time. We'll get into that. We ought to put a bracket with all those teams together and see if people vote on it.
That's some good water cooler talk right there.
It absolutely is. Thanks, Coach Brown.
You're welcome.
Eli Brown, the head basketball coach at Booker T. Washington. That 97 team had all kinds of pro players on it. I mean, you've got some serious hoopers coming off the bench on that team. All right, let's go to Enid, where we have the Class 2A champion OBA girls head coach Randy Roth, Conley Cat, and Lillian Walden joining us. Oh, we got others. Everybody introduce themselves.
I'm Brianna Colby. I'm Carson Jenkins.
Hi, Brianna. Hey, Carson. Okay. Go ahead.
Lillian Walden.
All right, very nice. Hey, how about that Skordle state championship picture behind you, huh?
You got to give Skordle a shout out. They provided that for us, and so we got to give them their flowers.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Tell me how it's been going since you guys went in the state championship.
It's been good. Obviously winning state was our goal. So coming back from that has been a lot of fun. We have a lot of support in our community. And so they've really just been around us and helped us, kind of celebrate our accomplishments. And yeah.
Conley, you had 6 threes in the championship game. I know you're going to Northwestern to play. Is that the best part of your game, outside shooting?
Statistically, no. I actually really struggled from the 3-point line this season. And so it was something I was really hard on myself about, but I knew that I can score in different ways. And we have different people like Cammie and Lillian that can shoot threes. And so I can contribute to the other teams, to the team in other ways. But yeah, making 6 threes wasn't what I was expecting, but thankfully, thank God that's just what God had planned that day.
We'll take it.
Yeah, Lillian, to me, I mean, your defense was just incredible throughout the state tournament week. Is that what you pride yourself on the most?
Yeah, kind of. I'm normally an assist type of person. He kind of gets on to me for not playing defense, but I knew I had to step up in those moments and just relying on my other teammates to be there for me, and that's just great support.
Randy, that's good coaching, man. If you got her to play that good at defense, and if you had to get on her during the regular season.
Well, it's something we've been working on for 4 years with all of them. Not just we won't single anybody out, especially when we're in a feel good moment here. But we work. I mean, the majority of our practice is spent on the defensive end of the court, and we trust them to work on their offensive game individually a lot. And so Lillian's got lightning quick hands. If she lived in Minnesota, she'd be a hockey goalie. She's got lightning quick hands, and so getting her hands in the passing lane, she's led our team in deflections all 4 years of high school. And so in watching the Thunder, she's a lot like a guy on the Thunder that wears number 9 that gets hands in the passing lane and makes deflections. And so she's just grown on that over the course of 4 years. But all of them work really hard on the defensive end. Brianna's guarding girls that, have 4 or 5 inches on her and 50 pounds. And, she just gets in there and mixes it up with them. So they all work hard on that end.
They bump you guys up a class. I mean, after you all finished runner up a year ago, I mean, that's a tough task. And I know Class A has Ceiling in it, which is an incredible team. But you guys jump up a class. That's difficult to do, to win a higher class than you were in the year before.
They're all just going to nod.
That's a terrible question. They teach you in journalism class not just to make a statement and hope you guys are going to react. So,
it was a real challenge, though, Mark, because, I mean, mentally, I'll speak for them. They wanted another chance at Ceiling. Mm-hmm. So when we found out Rule 14 was going to bump us up, it took a little while to kind of process that and be ready for 2A basketball. So I give them a ton of credit for getting through that quickly and getting into the season and taking care of business.
Yeah, you guys are in a tough conference and you have a tough schedule and all of those type of things. So that really prepares you to get to the state tournament. Girls basketball in Northwest Oklahoma is really special.
Talk about how good our opponents are. Yeah, it's tough. We're in a tough Okarche perennial state tournament team, Cashin perennial state tournament team. Fairview, I'm making a prediction they're going to be in the state tournament next year. It's day in, day out. There's no days off in our conference. And then we try and go to some tough tournaments too. And so and you're exactly right, Mark. It prepares you. It'd be easy to load up your schedule with maybe, let's just say, lesser teams and have a whole bunch of wins. But then when you get to the playoffs, you're not ready for adversity. And so that's kind of probably been a topic you probably already talked about all day today on your radio show about how the Thunder have some adversity. Well, you have to go through it during the season to be ready for it in the playoffs.
Randy, I may need you to come on and co-host the show. I mean, I don't know that I agree with everybody's opinions that I'm hanging out with. So hopefully they'll play a lot better tonight.
Yes, for sure.
And give us something to cheer about. Tell me about your schedule. I know you guys are in a difficult conference that you talked about with Okarche and Fairview and teams like that. Tournament-wise, what are you guys going to do this year?
Well, this past year we went southwest and played at Burns Flat Dill City. Played a really good state tournament team, right? They were in the Class A state tournament team in the finals there. And so that was a nice challenge for us. Then we have a conference tournament. So not only do we get to play all those teams in the regular season, they get another shot at us in the conference tournament. So that really tuned us up really well. And we're going back to all the same tournaments next season. So
good.
We'll have a target on our back for sure.
Any special meals or celebrations like that for you guys once the season was over?
Conley?
After we won, we went to Raising Cane's. That was a statement for everyone. We got to have cookies. That's about it, though. We didn't really do much. We just celebrated as a team and just had fun together.
There's more to it than that, Mark. She went all season and kind of committed to a healthy diet and didn't eat sugar.
Yeah.
So, after hoisting the trophy, we went to the back and she devoured cookies. And I think the next morning she had 4 donuts the next morning, something like that. So it was a lot of fun.
Hey, I applaud you. That takes a lot of discipline to be able to do that. So congratulate. You should splurge when you win. I mean, I think that's fantastic. So, hey, we really appreciate you guys' time and congratulations on winning the championship this year in a special season.
All right, thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
You bet. Good to talk to you. Next, we're going to go up to the Class 6A ranks in Deer Creek. Mike Donnelly, the head coach for Deer Creek. And Coach Donnelly, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Mason Smith and Clyde Davis Jr. are joining. So you guys go into the tournament, and your first-round opponent is Owasso, and they've been kind of considered the team to beat. They won it last year. You guys had a great performance against them and knocked them out in the first round. And I thought this bracket of the 6A games this season was really good. I mean, a lot of close contests down until the final one when you guys were able to distance yourself. So what was the mood like when you drew Owasso off the bat?
Yeah, no, we've gotten that question. We were excited. We certainly knew who they were, had experience playing them. They're the team that knocked us out 2 years ago, our first trip to state. And so we were relishing the challenge, and we thought the matchup was pretty good. They're a great team, but we've got a lot of great players too, obviously, and wanted to make sure we got a shot at them. So it was an exciting night.
Mason, you have the task of guarding some of the other team's best players, and tell me a little bit about what goes into that scouting wise, and how do you prepare to do that?
Yeah, especially guarding Jalen Montnati. That's definitely a tough task. So watch film, see what his main moves are. And then my whole goal on that game was just to be physical with him, not let him get to his spots easy. I knew if he did that, he could shoot over me. So try and be as physical as I could with him.
Yeah, no doubt that worked. Clyde, dude, you're a bucket, man, a walking bucket for 3 days. I've not seen many performances like that. Tell me a little bit about, one, just going into the season and just getting into that kind of groove where you were at the state tournament.
Going into the season, I mean, we felt like we had something to prove. We've been to state 2 times and hadn't made it past the first round. So it was really personal for us, especially with Owasso putting us out first round my sophomore year. So I just wanted to, lead my team and make sure we got the job done.
Mike, green light all the time? I mean, you have to tell him, hey, wait, maybe that wasn't a good look?
No, especially not that weekend, man. I mean, maybe over the course of his career, we've had some chats, but no, when he does everything, he not just on the offensive end, but the way he guards and rebounds. But yeah, he showed that weekend what he's capable of and what we see day in and day out in practices. So,
Mason, football or basketball? Which you like better?
Got to go with football. That's where I'm going. So,
I mean, you can like one. I mean, I know what you're going to do, what you're going to play. So, tell me a little bit about what's lies ahead for you.
yeah, so I'm going to Army West Point to play football. Really excited about that. It's a real brotherhood there. When I went and visited, I just felt like that was the place where they were going to lean into me as a person as well. And just everyone, all the players I met were a lot like me. So I'm really excited for that. But I've always liked basketball growing up, always loved it until about high school when I realized, yeah, football is probably what I'm a little bit better at, what I'm go to college for. So
that's a beautiful place, right? I mean, when you went there, did you kind of fall in love with the surroundings and the environment, the atmosphere?
For sure, yeah, definitely. I never really thought about it before then, got the offer and went up there and was pretty amazed at it. So
Clyde, how about you?
I'm committed to Allen Community College.
Yeah, going a little Kansas JUCO route. Those guys play some good hoop up there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Mike, what do you guys? I know that you've got quite a few players coming back next year off of this team. Class 6A is a very competitive class. What are your expectations for the 25-26 season?
Yeah, we're just going to continue to try to build. I mean, you never know. And this is that time of year where, sadly, you got to talk about the high school transfer portal. So we'll see what happens in August. But we love the guys that we have in our locker room now, and we just walked out from the court, and our young guys getting after it and prepping. And when the time comes, we'll be ready.
Now that there is basically a high school portal and NIL and people that are actually earning some money, how has that changed your job? Does that change your day-to-day function as a head coach?
Oh, I don't know if it's changed it. I mean, you got to think about it to some degree, I guess. But I mean, the job's about relationships. It's about guys like this, who want to get better each and every day. And I think their individual success is a product of their commitment, their loyalty, and understanding that it's one day at a time. And so we'll just continue to do that and coach the guys that want to buy into that mantra, and they'll see success. And but yeah, it's just about the relationships day to day, I feel like.
Well, congratulations on you guys' state championship, first at Deer Creek in basketball in a long time, first in the big class. So thank you guys for joining us today.
Appreciate you, and thank you for highlighting these young guys. It's great.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach Donnelly. We appreciate it. Next up, we're going to go to Class 5A for the 5A girls state champions, back-to-back state champions in Reno. Head coach Jennifer Douglas is there, along with Lily Thomas, Emery Elizondo, and Reagan Bugай. So welcome to the show.
Thanks. We appreciate you having us.
No, absolutely. You guys, 5th straight state championship appearance and a really tough opponent with Booker T having to go up against Markayla Johnson, who was an absolute stud out there. So how did you guys take down the Booker T Washington Hornets in that championship game?
Well, I think that we had a really good game plan going in. They're not very well, they didn't shoot very well, and they weren't very effective from the 3-point line. So we were trying to pack the paint as much as we could. They are more athletic than us, so we had to make sure we blocked out. And so if we could just limit their opportunities and slow them down on offense, then that was what we were attempting to do. Also offensively, we wanted to push the ball and get them in foul trouble, which we were able to do as well. And so our girls did a really good job of buying into what we asked them to do from the very beginning. And then, we just came out guns a-blazing, and then we never stopped from, the first jump ball.
Tell me about each of these girls and what they do best and what they brought to your team this year.
I have Lily right here. So Lily is going to go to Missouri Southern. She's she's 6'1", but she's very versatile. She can shoot the ball from the 3. She passes really well. She can even dribble the ball. She has a high basketball IQ, so she can face up and shoot over you, or she can play you back to the basket. So a lot of our offense goes through Lily as far as passing and scoring. And so she's a big threat for us. She came out on fire against Booker T. So I think that's what also lit everybody else up. I have Reagan Bugай right here. So Reagan was our 2 guard last year, behind our backup point guard. And then this year she had to take on the point guard role. And so it was a little bit different because she had to facilitate, but also score as well. So she had 30 points in the championship game. I think what was 100% from the free throw line.
I missed one.
She missed one. I think she missed one. So she had almost 20 points from the free throw line. And so she's definitely someone that we try to get the ball to late in the games because she can handle the ball really well through pressure. Also, she can make free throws. And so that's one of the things that she does well. She can also shoot from the 3. She's going to Friends University next year. So we're excited for her. She's going to definitely make an impact immediately for them. And we can't wait to see her flourish. And then we have Emery Elizondo over here. Emery is your Swiss Army knife. She can do everything for you. She's going to rebound. She's going to play defense. She is going to go score. Whenever she first got here, all she did was attack. And so attack the rim. So whenever the last 3 years, she's been working really, really hard on her outside shot. So she became a 3-point threat this year. And then she also has the task of always guarding the best player on the opposing team. So she does a lot for us. She hardly gets a break, honestly. And then if we ever need her to run point, she can do that as well. And then the nice thing about her, she is a big guard. So we taught her the last couple of years how to post up smaller guards. So she's definitely somebody that can flourish and make a difference at Cameron next year.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, again, back-to-back state champions, beat a team with a lot of tradition like Sapulpa a year ago and Booker T this year. Do you like district play the way that it is evolved in the bigger classes, or would you prefer a little bit more schedule flexibility?
Oh, I love it. What do you guys think? You like districts or your own schedule? You don't like it? How do you not like it?
We play the same teams.
I
feel like we should play I feel like we should be able to play harder competition.
That is definitely the issue. Is like, so for example, like the top 2-3 teams in your district are tough games, right? Or should be tough games. But the bottom 4, it's a blowout, and so that is what is tougher. I can tell you that our districts, the last 2 years, our schedule has been weaker than in the past whenever I've been here. The last the first 6 years that I've been here. The reason why I like districts is because it takes the politicalness out of voting. So a lot of times what happens is, we have coaches that call other coaches and they're like, oh, well, that's my friend, so I'm going to rank them above so-and-so. Or some people don't, do their due diligence and they don't look into, like this person beat so-and-so last week, and then they still rank them above the person that they just beat. They also don't take into consideration whenever they get beat by somebody else that's, a top 5 team in another class. Oh, they got beat by a person in 4A. Well, it really does matter if that's somebody in the top 5 of 4A compared to the bottom 5 of 4A. And so I think that it just kind of takes that guesswork out for me as a coach. And so that's what I enjoy about it. Like, who you're going to go play when you get to playoffs. You know who you're probably going to see when you get to the state tournament. There's no guessing anymore.
I'm with you. I agree with that 100%. All right. I asked Coach Douglas what you guys are like. You got to give me some comments on Coach Douglas. What's practice like in El Reno, and how are you guys able to be so good?
I would say that for the most part, she holds us accountable on everything. So it's pretty tough, but I mean, we did it. So I mean, yeah.
It makes it worth it, huh?
Speak up.
I feel like the practices are a little bit more intense, and we focus on the littlest things. And I feel like that's what kept us really in line. And yeah, what they said, they said it very well. Yeah.
All right, I'm not letting you off the hook, Reagan. How much? I was very impressed with your 3-point shot and the free throw line. So how many shots do you get up a day?
Well, actually, she made us start shooting 50 shots every day after practice. Because our percentages, makes
50 makes 50. So my guards had specific things they had to do, and my posts had specific things to do. But why? Tell them why.
Because our percentages were not it, especially mine's. Mine was not it, and whenever we started doing that, it went up.
So at the beginning of the year, our shooting percentage was not where we wanted it. There was maybe 2 girls shooting, 30 or above. And so I kind of just talked to them constantly, like, hey, you need to stay up there, Jim. You need to get shots up, so on and so forth. I kind of put it on them. And then eventually I was like, okay, like no more, like this is not voluntary. Like if my top 8, like you have to stay every day. Like so-and-so, you have to have so many makes. This is your partner. So-and-so, you have to have so many makes on these things. And this is your partner. And so I think that they saw a difference in that. And it's just an extra 30 minutes after practice. I think they saw a difference. And then their shooting percentages went up like exponentially. Like it was crazy from like 20s to 40%. Like we probably as a team, we almost shot above. I know we shot above 40% as a team in the second half of the season.
Yeah, everybody wants to go home after practice at some point in time, so you got to make those 50. You got to get better. So I love that. I mean, the ball's got to go in the hole to win games. So, hey, thank you guys. Congratulations, and thank you. Appreciate you joining us today.
Appreciate you.
All right, take care. Jennifer Douglas and the El Reno Indians basketball team, again, back-to-back state champions. Next, we're going to go a little further west in Oklahoma. We're going to visit with Clay Conley, Justice Espinosa, Emma Krapcha, and Danica Bullcoming joining us from Hammond. What's up? How are y'all doing?
Good. How are you, Mark?
Yeah, call me coach. That's fine. I love the locker room. You got like backlit blue lights up there.
Yeah. Try to keep them comfortable and at home as best as possible.
Clay, was that there when you got there, or did you do that?
No, the blue lights was an addition I made when I got here.
Okay, I'm giving that an A+. That's fantastic. You guys win. Got a lot of tradition. I know that's what attracted you to this job, Clay, coming out there to Hammond. What was the reception like in the community after winning the state championship?
I think it's like any other place, exciting. It's pretty. We got treated pretty well on our way home. The whole community's, all about winning, and then to be able to bring a state championship home. And all 3 of these girls, their second one and my first, it was. They're kind of giving me the rundown on how things work. So it's a pretty cool experience for everybody.
I'm still trying to, count up Henley's points in the championship game. She had 45, tied the state record for points there. What was it like seeing her get so hot in that game and playing so well?
Well, I don't know necessarily that it was just seeing her get so hot. It's just one of those deals where it's she's kind of doing what she's done all year. But again, I mean, every single girl sitting here next to me and some other ones that aren't in here had a lot to do with that. I think Henley was just doing what she could do to help us win. And honestly, I had no idea that she had tied the state record. Our athletic director, Mr. Tigner, he's told me to give my seniors their curtain call, which they deserved. And had I known that she tied it, maybe I'd have left her in there to get another bucket. But at the end of the day, she doesn't care about that. We don't. We were just fortunate and blessed to get a state championship one for our town, our school.
It's a state record. I mean, it's like you didn't keep her from achieving it. So that was. I think that's important to be recognized with all of the crowd that's there for a great performance. Emma, I hear your dad is quite the play-by-play man.
Yes.
Now, when you're finished playing basketball, do you have any broadcasting aspirations?
No.
Okay, that's fine. You and Danica both coming back next year. Tell us a little bit about what you expect and what your team you think is going to be like again next season.
It's going to be totally different, honestly. We're going to have to just keep doing us. People will have new rules. I think it'll be a fun year.
Justice, you got a little sister that's coming back, right?
Yes.
Give me a scouting report on her. Who wins playing in the driveway?
For the most part, me, unless she's cheating, but
Well, she's not here to defend herself, so I would definitely say, it's me. That's how I would play that. But tell me, did you guys have anything special planned after the state tournament to celebrate the championship?
We had when we got almost home, I guess about 6 miles, 6 or so miles out. We got a pretty cool police escort, fire truck, every emergency vehicle that Hammond has. So probably about 6 or 7 of them led us all the way into town. And then it was 11:30 or midnight, and I would say pretty much the entire town and community was there to support us. And that speaks a lot on the people that they are here in this community and their support for the kids. And it was raining on top of that, so they're standing in the rain and it was cold, and No, it was a really cool experience. They definitely gave these girls what they deserved on their way home for sure.
Your son plays for the boys team. I know there's pretty high expectations for them next year. So tell me what you guys, what you see for them.
Well, that's Coach Johnson's son plays for him. I'm not quite old enough to have one that old.
Okay.
No,
My bad.
My son will be 2 in June. So.
Okay, Clay, I'm sorry. I thought I messed that up really bad because I know Larry fairly well. So
To answer your question, though, I think Coach Johnson has really high expectations. Brings back a lot of what they got coming back. So exciting things coming for them too.
Okay, well, we put a lot of pressure on your son because he's just got now about 12 years before he has to contribute and be really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you guys have planned schedule-wise next year?
A lot of the same. We had some teams drop us, so we had to pick up some different games. Got back into the Bi-County tournament, back into the Skordle shootout up there in Enid. Got a matchup, pretty good matchup there. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. I think we picked up a couple other teams locally around here. Lukiba got added to the schedule, Burns Flat. So a little bit different, not going to the TOC, but I think our schedule presents enough challenges in itself to get us ready for the playoffs.
Great. We appreciate your time, and congratulations on the locker room decor. You're the top architecture guy in the state in my mind. All right. Thanks, Clay.
Sweet. Thanks.
You bet. That's the Hammond Warriors winning the Class B state championship. All right. Our next stop is Washington, here where Coach Cale Simon joins us, Brianna Lindert, and Presley Johnson. How are y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us. I don't know who was more on fire for you guys, whether it's Brianna or Presley, but both would lighten it up, the game that I called in the finals against Alva. Where do you guys learn how to shoot? Do you put up all those shots after practice like some of these other teams?
I come on the weekends most of the time, Sunday nights, and work with our assistant coach.
Is that the key?
Yeah.
Well, it worked. I mean, that was an impressive performance for you guys. After being runner-up, what did it feel like to finally bring the gold ball home?
It felt relieving. It felt like the work we had put in was worth it, and we knew what we were made of, and we knew what we were capable of, and it was finally just freeing to be able to accomplish that.
Yeah, I mean, and there's got to be some competition within the school. I don't think the football team's lost a game in 3 years. A lot of the programs are very, very successful. So there has to be. Is there good-natured competition between all of the people at Washington?
Can we get this one? Mm-hmm. No, there really is. I mean, I've worked. There's not been a bad place that I've worked, Mark, but I would say here is as good as any. And honestly, I think it's, when you're successful as you are, there's right now our softballs, and I do want to mention, I feel incomplete. There's 2 girls that should be here, Kelby Beller and Shelby Cavanis, but they have a softball state games tomorrow, and I just didn't feel like that was right to take them away from that. But my point being is just it's very important that around here we are very much everybody about the process, because around here, fortunately, there's going to be a next team up in a month or 2 that has a chance to win a state championship. So long story short, if you're focused on that ring and the destination itself, you're going to be really incomplete. So our coaching staff all around here is very much about the process, which is I think how it should be. And that destination, which hopefully is a gold ball, is just kind of a byproduct of the process.
Brianna, what are your plans after high school?
Attend Southeastern, and just for my academics.
So you're going to hoop it up in intramurals and dominate people?
No.
That's it. No more basketball.
I don't know if she knows what intramurals is, Mark.
Okay. All right. She'll learn. I mean, she'll go into the rec center there.
Yes.
Probably have an invitation to come play for the real team. And Presley, you're coming back next year, and you guys have a lot of experience returning on the roster. So what will it be like now, knowing that you've got that gold ball in your trophy case? Can you keep that same intensity up that you had when you're trying to go from runner-up to champs?
I think it's going to be a really fun year, and I think it'll be even more fun knowing that we've set our own standard and we can work towards that every day.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Cale, did you guys have any special celebrations planned after the title?
IHOP. I don't know if there's anybody ever heard of that, but it's a big time place, and so we it was later, so we hit up a little IHOP. That was about as that's what we did. Yes.
Is IHOP the top breakfast? Is that the top breakfast place around?
Well, it's sometimes it's hard to get into restaurants late, so it's kind of become a tradition. And after we won area, there was not an IHOP around, so we flipped the script this year and had IHOP after state championship instead of area championship.
If it keeps raining, you guys are going to probably have to drive like 3 hours to get to the nearest IHOP. Not be able to get across that bridge.
Right.
To get you into Norman. So
yes.
What 20 game winning streak going into next year?
I actually have no idea. Is that what it is?
I think that's right. That's what my notes say. You guys were in the Bertha Teague last year. I know you've had a pretty good rivalry with Dale playing in their tournament, or did they play in yours? I can't remember which way. Yeah. What's the schedule look like coming up for 25-26?
Similar. We go back to the Dale tournament, and Dale will be really good again. And I know Kiefer, they were in it last year, and they return everybody. And then we're going to go back to the Bertha Teague. Our girls, they kind of want to win that thing. It's not our ultimate goal, but they want to have that on their resume. And so they asked me if we could go back to that again. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, that's outstanding. Talk a little bit about that tournament and the prestige behind Bertha Frank Teague, who was a trendsetter and one of the great girls basketball coaches in Oklahoma. Man, honestly, y'all want to cover this? You want me to? Honestly, we love the Bertha Teague just because it's girls only. Obviously, I've been to the other tournaments as well, and they're special as well. But man, they make it special. They make girls basketball special. Everybody that's sitting in those bleachers, is there to watch you. And so it's people that appreciate and love girls basketball and that are there for that. And it's just a pretty neat, and they make it neat. They make it, it's very traditional, which to me makes it very special. So it's an awesome tournament. Well, we wish your softballers the best of luck if they can get those games in around the rain. But congratulations on winning the state championship, and we appreciate your time joining us today here on the Victory Lap. Thank you. You bet. Our next stop, we're going to continue on the girls' side. We're going to go to Putnam City North and talk with the Panthers, the Class 6A girls state champions, Logan Martin, Brandy Harrod, also Nakia Dillard, and Nini Jaretta. Hello, how are you all?
Hello.
Hey.
Good.
First of all, I'm going to talk to Brandy, man. I got my first chance to go to Auburn for the first time this year for the OU football game. That place is awesome. So congratulations on your choice of going there. Tell me about committing to them and signing with them.
Unfortunately, the coach, she got fired. So I'm actually going to Kansas State right now.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Updating me on the news flash. I've been to Manhattan, and it's also pretty cool. So they've got some good basketball tradition, and of course they're incredibly highly ranked and been really, really good. So what was it that went into picking Kansas State after Auburn?
I've known them for a long time. So just picking them after was a clear shot of where I wanted to go. The coaching staff is so nice to me, and I just went down there a couple of months ago, and the players, they were nice to me too, so that made it easy.
Logan, I know you're a baller and we're a great player, but what was it like to lead the school to the first ever state championship?
Oh, it was incredible. Just watching these girls be able to celebrate and all their hard work being paid off. It's kind of it's hard to explain. It was a great feeling and just really happy for them.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that was a tough class all this year. And you guys has some good rivalries going on in Class 6A girls basketball. But is there ever been a better time for girls basketball in Oklahoma? I think into this class, 6 or 7 girls in the top 100 in the country. So you all get good competition night in and night out when you're going up against some of the other people here in Oklahoma.
For sure. This is a highly competitive class in particular, but like you mentioned, girls basketball in Oklahoma, it just keeps, it keeps excelling, and I love the competitiveness of it, and every night you're playing against somebody really talented, and that makes it fun.
Logan, all 3 of these girls are really well-rounded and good at about everything. I mean, you feel comfortable with one of them being a defensive stopper that can all score, all really contribute on all aspects of the floor.
Yes, these 3 in particular, I mean, it's hard to take them off the court. They all have a unique skill set, but they can both guard, or they can all 3 guard. They play both ends of the court. Just 3 really big-time leaders for this team.
Nini, what are your plans after college or after high school?
I'm going to attend UCO.
UCO? And then what about you, Nakia?
Same. I'm also going to UCO.
All right, that's cool. You guys get to play to continue and be teammates going forward. What went into your choice of going to UCO?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
What went into your choice?
Oh, well, the coaches from Mid America, they had offered me first and then moved to UCO. And then I had already loved my visit with Mid America. So them moving to UCO was great. And then it just got me out of the situation that I was in now. And it was amazing. It was just good.
What did you guys do to celebrate when you won?
We went out to eat.
We went to Zaxby's.
We went to Zaxby's, celebrated with our zoo crew and then some of the boys basketball team. And then, yeah.
We went our separate ways.
It's kind of weird going into spring break right after. So,
Yeah, the zoo, those guys have been around for a long time. I had my picture taken with them back in 2008 or something like that. So they're a pretty good student section, huh?
Amazing. They're the best.
The best in the state.
The best.
You might be right about that. Yeah, I don't know. We had a competition. It looks like some of the girls went to Raising Cane's. Zaxby's. You guys like Zaxby's? What's your favorite menu item there?
The chicken strips.
The spicy or regular?
Oh, spicy, definitely.
I'm going with spicy too. I think that's awesome. Logan, what's on the schedule for you guys next year?
Oh, we're gonna probably participate in a couple out-of-state things again.
Back to tournament champions in Arkansas?
No, we're gonna go to Dallas, and then we may end up making a trip to Vegas. So that's a possibility, and just trying to see other talent out there and go against people that you wouldn't play on a regular.
Why didn't you girls get to go to Vegas?
Hey, we set the standard.
You did.
Yeah, we did.
That's a really good answer. I like that. So, you'd probably be going to Vegas with K-State at some point in time. So, hey, congratulations. Really appreciate you guys joining us today. And congratulations on raising the bar in this state when it comes to girls basketball. So I think that's fantastic. We'll look forward to watching all three of y'all play at the next level.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Logan. That's PC North. All right. More from the girls' side. We will go to Tulsa. Lincoln Christian, Melanie, Maddie Stewart of Lincoln Christian, mom and daughter. How are you guys doing today?
How are you?
Good. You guys also
good. How are you? Doing good.
Doing good. From the runner-up category to the championship, and I know that was very emotional for you guys to win, especially the two of you all together in a tough Class 4A. Douglas is a really, really good basketball team that you guys defeated in the finals. So, what was that feeling like to finally win the state championship?
Oh my gosh, it was absolutely surreal, and to just be able to bring one home to the school and kind of give back to the community that's given back to us, it was awesome.
Mom?
Yeah, no, for us, I mean, we've been around this game for a while, trying to make this happen. In the last, 5 years, we've kind of been on a trajectory here at Lincoln. They had never been to the state tournament. We went our first trip 5 years ago, and then just kind of kept coming back. And with every group got a little more competitive and a little more driven. And so we finally found our way back in that championship game again and put it together this year over a very good Douglas team. And so we're really proud of that. I was proud of our kids.
What has Maddie gotten better at? I know she's been a starting lineup since she just first got there as a freshman, but where has her game improved the most from then to now?
I think she just is somebody that doesn't try to force too much. When you're young, you're just trying to play what you always played, and I think now she just does such a good job of letting the game come to her. And she can see those moments where she needs to kind of step up and take over in some areas. But at the same time, I feel like we've just had some really good offensive players on our team. And I think she's just figured out a way how to literally just take what the game gives to her. And it's made us a really, really good team.
Maddie, I was impressed with the defense that you guys played throughout the state tournament. And so I know you work a lot on that. How much time do you spend in practice defending?
Oh, a lot. We actually have practices set aside throughout the year, throughout the season that are defensive days only. So we hardly ever see the ball going through the hoop those days. It's a lot of rebounding, working on blocking out, and obviously just making sure that we're sitting down and we're guarding because, you know, she always likes to say that it starts on the defensive end. That's where it's going to set the tone. So,
Melody, you've been around basketball in this state for a long time. You're a great player, come from a basketball family. Is this the best overall that girls basketball has been in Oklahoma?
Oh, by far. I think we're seeing a version of basketball, girls basketball right now that I think is a lot of fun to watch. I think it's trending that way in the entire country right now. But I think Oklahoma is finally one of those states that's towards the front of the pack that is playing a style that's physical, that is finesse enough, and we have some great shooters, and we're seeing that with some of the rankings and stuff with some of the players that are coming through. They're getting, you know, national recognition, and some of that is pretty cool. It's one of the best time frames in basketball that I've seen in girls basketball here. Yes.
Maddie, what's your recruiting like right now?
Recruiting has been the whirlwind that it is. I mean, everybody talks about how it's supposed to be a balance, and I think that I've kind of figured it out a little bit, just how, you know, talking to coaches, but also keeping it separate from the game. And so I think that it's been fun for sure, and it's definitely a blessing that, you know, some of the coaches see in me what they do, and so yeah, it's been great. So.
Do you have any favorites that you want to tell us, or are you still keeping it open?
I'm still pretty open as of right now. There are definitely some front runners, but it's a long AAU season coming up. So, you know, I just want to make sure that I'm doing all my homework on every place. I definitely want to make sure that I make the right decision.
Who are you playing for AAU?
I'm playing for Cy-Fair Elite. They're based out of Houston. They're on the EYBL circuit.
Very nice. Melody, what tournaments next year for you all? Going back to the Tournament of Champions in Arkansas?
We are not actually. We're going to go to the Bixby tournament, and then we're going to turn around and go to the TOC here in Tulsa again, and then we'll have our tournament. Those will be the 3 tournaments that we'll go to, and they'll be very competitive. We'll find probably as much competition in that Bixby tournament as we did in the Arkansas TOC last year. I just feel like it. You know, we wouldn't have to travel as far, and we could definitely probably get the same level of competition.
Well, congratulations on a great season and winning the state championship, and giving Doug Nelson something to be able to do all the time in his spare time. There's some victories for you guys. So,
thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all very much. Lincoln Christian, Melody, and Maddie Stewart, Class 4A girls state championship. Next visit will be going to Okarche. Hunter Muggenberg and Aaron West will join us as Okarche wins back-to-back. What's up, guys?
How are you, Mark? Doing all right?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing excellent. So, Hunter, man, you got to leave all these guys behind. You got to move on, and everybody else gets to come back and play another year of basketball. Just being the elder statesman of this team, what's that role been like for you?
It's been a lot of fun. I feel like I haven't had like that much of a burden to lead because Jet and Easton and Colin and Brett are such good leaders too. So it's been really easy.
Aaron, congratulations, man. This team was phenomenal all year. I said it just scared me to death sitting there watching you guys like have nightmares of trying to handle the basketball, of all the turnovers that you forced and the pace in which you guys played at. Now that it's all said and done, is there any way, I know you've got a lot of experience coming back next year, can you guys recreate that and do it again and maybe even play with more pace and more havoc?
Well, we're working on it. So, I mean, that's our goal. We have 14 out of 15 back. I mean, it's going to hurt losing Hunter big time, but we do have a great nucleus back, led by Jet Muggenberg and Issa Roby. And then, you know, like he said, Brett and Colin, but we played, I think last year we played 14, 15 guys, 28 out of 32 games. So we got a good bench. But it's what we do here. We're starting, like I said before, elementary and work into junior high. So we're going to try to create it. And we're always looking for ways to play faster and to create more havoc on the defensive ends, which would lead to easy transition buckets for us.
Yeah, havoc. Consider that havoc created. You guys 31-0. You're the only undefeated team in the state. What did that mean?
It's pretty awesome. You know, I think there's only been like 11 in Class A history and 45 overall. So, we didn't really talk about that during the year. It's not something, we really thought about. We just, took care of business and took it one game at a time. And then, once the wins started stacking this year, we got into playoffs. Obviously, you don't want to lose in the playoffs. I think we might have discussed it the last game or two, but, looking back on it, it's something that, I'll always remember. Not a lot of teams do that, and to do it with this group of guys that we had. I mean, they're just hard workers, come to practice every day, put in the time, they're coachable. I mean, there's no drama, no problems, and you see the intensity out on the court, but that's how they practice too. So, and that is how they go about things in the classroom and around the community as well.
You're going to TOC, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Do you know who you're playing?
No, not yet. I mean, I know some of the teams that are in it. Last time I heard, we're the only small school in it, so we'll see. There's usually a B, A, 2A team. I don't know right now. I'm only hearing we're the only Class A, and then it might be 3A and up, so mostly 5A, 6A. So, we've been watching the last 3 years. We were hoping we'd get invited last year, especially with Hunter as a senior. But like I said, we have a ton back. It will hurt losing Hunter. I'd like to showcase him out there as well. But, we have great players returning, and our guys are looking forward to the challenge. It's just a great honor to be there. To be considered and just go and play in great competition. So that's what kind of our goal is.
Now, the baseball team in the state championship tournament right now, correct? Is that right?
Yeah, they're actually I would have had Easton and Jet with us as well. They're actually practicing baseball right now. So they play tomorrow against Ripley. And then Hunter plays on the golf team, and they just made state as a team. So they play next Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
So we got a lot of success going on right now. Our girls made it to state as well. So it's a great time to be a Warrior.
Hunter, what's your favorite courses?
Gaillardia and Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I would think so. Can you get me on either of those places? I mean, those are pretty nice.
You got connections.
I got connections.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I'd embarrass you, man. I'd shoot way too high. Oklahoma City is beautiful and maybe a little bit less challenging than some of the other super tough places, but no, that's fantastic. What was your score at regionals?
88.
Is that? I mean, I take that. I mean, so can you go lower than that at state?
Oh yeah, we're planning on going lower than that.
Where is the state tournament?
Oakwood and Enid.
Okay, all right, that's a nice course up there. So I'm sure you'll like it. What are your plans after school?
I'm going to be attending Oklahoma State.
All right, and you're going to play any sports there?
No, I'm just going to study.
Get the golf score a little low. You can walk out and show up at Karsten, and then you can really be challenged. That's tough. Aaron, should we get this started that you guys are the best team in any class next year?
We're just worried about Class A right now. So our goal is to make it back and give us an opportunity to try to win another one. But it's always tough. Class A's got great competition. I'm not focused on any other classes. So.
Okay. Well, I think the Tournament of Champions is going to be very interesting with you guys in it. So.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, there's some good teams in there. Obviously, it's the best tournament out there, and we've been looking forward to going. So I think Okarchi went in 2001 or 2. So it's been a while, but we're happy to be there.
All right, save us a spot. We'll be baback out there for some barbecue next year.
Come on out anytime. So.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Appreciate
you.
All right. I appreciate it. Next up for us, the Class 3A Boys State Champion, the Millwood Falcons. Their head coach, Dorian Williams, Isaiah Wilkes, Amari Barrett, and Jonathan Van Buren. Outstanding group of players for a team that certainly could be considered the top team in any class in the state. And we'll see. I'm not sure if we'll ask them about going to the Tournament of Champions coming up. But Millwood won their 18th state championship this year. So number 1 in terms of all-time Oklahoma state champions. Let's take a quick break. Looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. We'll get a couple commercials in for our sponsors and then hop on with Millwood and then Dale, and the victory lap will be completed as we're coming down the home stretch here. Stay tuned.
pros with Skordle Live. Find out more at skordle.com/stream.
All right, welcome back. We're here on the Skordle Victory Lap. There is head coach Jordan Williams. What's up, man?
What's going on? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
I'm doing just fine, man. I appreciate you asking.
Good. Hopefully we can hook up with some of your guys here in just a second. But, hey, congratulations. You guys take on any and all comers in basketball and got it done. That's a good catch-a-hall team that you guys played in the regular season and then got a chance to go up against in the finals. So what was it like to get on top in Class 3A?
It was a journey, right? Like we knew it would be hard. We knew Catch Hall was really, really good. We knew, 3A was one of the more underrated classes that, at least I thought. So to come out victorious and do it with the guys we did, man, it was a joy. It was fun to be around. And I can't wait to try to go do it again.
How much gym time do these guys get? They got to be in there a bunch, I'm sure. And I know how very active summers and all that stuff playing at different levels of competition.
Yeah, no, you spoke on it. They play high level basketball all summer long. They're in the Nike EYBL circuit, so it's ran kind of almost like the closest thing you would see to a Division I college, from training camps to how they play and things like that. So these guys are in the gym all the time. I try to get them out the gym some. The rest, they don't believe in that. But that's a good problem to have.
Isaiah, you guys all playing together? Tell me about what you're doing this summer.
Me and Mari, yes, we play for Mocan EYBL, Mocan Elite.
Right. Mm-hmm. Same as your brother, right, Amari, where he played as well?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jonathan, what about you?
Oh, I'm playing with ISO Joe this summer on the EYBL Champions League. So
yeah. How's that going? You guys having a lot of fun so far?
We went 2-2 this past weekend, but it's our first weekend playing with each other, in our first session, so we got the whole summer to get better.
Dorian, tell me a little bit about each of these guys and what makes them so special. I love having a chance to watch them throughout the season and the intensity that those guys play with on defense. And give me a little bit of scouting report on everybody.
Yeah, I won't say too much for the people that's listening, but I love to talk about them, and it's easy to do. You talk about Isaiah. I call him, the pros kid, right? He just understands how to go about his business. You ask how often are they in the gym? Well, he's one of those kids, and really all of these kids are kids that I'm like, hey, let's take some time off, right? He's in there in the mornings. He's in there after practice. It looks like he's in there now. It's a nonstop thing, man. He loves basketball. He's really, really athletic for his size. Handle the ball, can shoot the ball really well. Then you got the person next to him. Some of the plays that Amari makes, and I've been around basketball for some time now. I haven't seen anyone make. And it's not with a specific scoring ability or anything like that. It's just the intangible stuff that helps you win basketball games, right? The 50-50 balls, we call them 80-20s, the deflections, the effort or the effort on effort plays. He's really embodied that. And I think when you look at a guy like Amari, his college interest is because of that. He's still in there working on his game, but he does so many things that contribute to winning. He has a chance to go play Division I basketball. And then we got Jonathan here. We call him Slim. His family call him Slim. You talk about a kid who's just gifted, man. He's built as strong as they come. He can get to the basket. His mid-range is one of a kind. He finishes around the basket, shoot the ball, make decisions really well, know how to play out of a pick and roll. And I think the most impressive part about Slim is like all those gifts were really cool, but we challenged him in ways, that may have been uncomfortable for him, but it shows the true characteristic of who he is. He embodied all of it and kept doing it, and he got better and better and better as the year went on. And you see, once he got more comfortable with what we were doing, man, he was very dominant in his own right. So these are three guys that are truly, truly special, man, and I look forward to having them back next year. I think it goes to say when we're talking about some of the better kids in the state, you're looking at three of them.
Yeah, I can see a smile on your face for having all these three guys back next year. Are you guys going to
absolutely.
TLC?
Yeah, we'll be in the TOC next year as well. Yep, we gotta try to redeem ourselves. We're gonna call it the Redeem Tour.
You guys played in Atlanta this year too, right?
No, we didn't make it to Atlanta. We went to Kansas. Kansas City played Shawnee Mission Northwest, who I think they were the top ranked 6A team in Kansas. We've traveled a lot. The year before we played Chaminade in St. Louis.
Yeah.
We really don't. We got some big plans this year. Hopefully, it all comes together. But if everything goes, we're going to Memphis, probably end up in Illinois, have some out of team. We have a really good schedule. I was on here watching earlier, and Coach Brown alluded to it. I'm really excited to see Booker T this year. I think at Booker T, I think that's an experience for everyone, right? Like it's kind of like that old school 2000s high school basketball, right? And it's just a exciting time, man. But I'm really excited for next year. Really excited for the season. Really excited to see these guys' growth during the summer. The cool part is I coach at Legends, so I get to every place or every stop they're at on the session during the summer. I get to stop in and peek, and I often cross Isaiah when he's mad, and I get to just laugh in his face because I'm on the other side, right? So. It's fun to see their growth in all seriousness, man. And these kids are mature about what they do, and they all got goals. So I'm really excited to see that.
All right, if we can have anybody that ever played in either place, who wins like an NBA playoff series between Douglas and Millwood?
I'm going to let the kids answer that one.
I thought that was going to put you on the spot.
I'm going to let the kids answer that
non-answer is an answer, I think.
Well, I think there's time periods for everything, right? Like, I really do. I remember when I was in school, and I give my friends a hard time, Josh Turner and Brandon Swindle and, all these guys, which I never lost to, by the way. Let me throw that out there.
Okay, that's important.
But they won state those years too. They were really, really good in their own right, man. And I think it's funny you bring that up. It's kind of one of those iron sharpen iron things, man. We cheer for them and root for their success, down the road. The only day we don't root for them is 2 days. It's Soul Bowl, football, and basketball. It's kind of those days. It's a little hate love going on.
Yeah, no question about it. I'll tell you what. I know that I did read that you got a call from Coach Franklin, from Verrill Franklin, the longtime legendary head coach at Millwood, and now after playing at Douglas, what did it mean to you to have his mentorship come in there and coaching at Millwood?
Man, Coach Franklin has been awesome, man. Like, he's very, very supportive. I think, since I've gotten the job, I've always heard from Coach Franklin and how proud he was of us. And how we represent, the right way, and just to hear it come from him. Like I said, I went to Douglas. I know Coach Franklin really well. Like, got to play against him, seen him win a lot of championships. So the respect, that he has from us is second to none. So for his support, his encouragement, and him being there, man, it means the world to us, and specifically me.
Yeah, no doubt about that, man. That man needs to be inducted into Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame.
He needs a statue. I'm rooting for his statue outside. I really am. So, I think, and then we got two legendary coaches, and Coach Spears as well.
Yeah.
But I think both of those two individuals really, deserve a statue outside for what they've done for the Millwood family and for the program and the school.
Guys, any recruiting for you guys, any leanings or anything like that? Or are you just kind of still playing it by ear?
You said that again?
Yeah, for you guys, like collegiate recruiting. Have you all made any commitments? I know you got all coming back next year for another year of high school, but what's going on right now for you right now?
There's no commitments, as of
Okay.
right now. Just steady looking at colleges, but no commitments as of right now.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Same with us. Yeah.
And I will add to that, all three of those are, D1 basketball players, and are being recruited in that sense. I think, the time has changed, with the transfer portal and things like that. You look up 5-6 years ago, these kids will probably be having 15 offers by now, right? But I think the main focus, and we talk about it all the time, is just get better every day. It'll happen for you. It'll present itself, but you got to make sure when it presents itself, you're ready for it. And the only way you're going to be ready is if you make sure you take care of your work. And so those guys are all talented. They're all being recruited from all different levels, man, Division I wise. And I can't wait for next year to have a signing day, and maybe I can throw a pie on their face or something to make me feel better for the last 2 years Slim has given me, and then the last 3 these two up here have given me.
We'll be there for that. Save us a spot. We definitely want to come do a game next year.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day. We appreciate it. Millwood, Class 3A boys state champions. Our final stop today will be at Dale, where I think we got the entire group there. What up, fellas?
Hey, how's it going, Mark? Thanks for having us.
You bet. How's it going?
Going good.
Now, Jeff, have you started the retirement life already, or are you just kind of planning what you do in May?
I'm still working on it. I don't have a real plan right now. I'm gonna
do you have anything that you want to do when you're not having to attend school every day?
I'm going to come teach 2 hours a day, so that'll be something.
We're losing you a little bit. What classes are you going to teach?
I'll teach
Geometry. Okay. For the seniors, just everybody kind of tell me what your plans are coming up after you guys get out of high school.
Next year, I'm going to go to ECU and play baseball.
All right.
I'm going to the University of Central Oklahoma next year to play basketball.
Okay.
I just graduated fire school, and I'm going to be a firefighter.
Sweet. Very nice.
Going to Manhattan Christian College in Kansas to play basketball.
Okay.
That's all for the seniors.
Okay. Denton, what are you going to do next year?
I'm going to go for that 5th straight gold ball.
All right. I like that. That's impressive. I know your recruiting is picking up. Can you give us a little bit of an update of what's going on with you there?
Yeah, I'm just talking to coaches, learning more about the programs, trying to build relationships with all the coaches. Really.
What I know this group have been together for so long. What's it going to be like not being around each other every day?
I mean, yeah, I've been blessed to play with them for these past 3 years. Or little. I'll just let
It's been together for a long time. We're going to miss each other.
All right, I'm going to ask a tough question. Maybe you guys will tackle this, and I don't expect Jeff to answer it, but which team was the best of the group that you guys played on?
I mean, this past year we were ranked number 1 small school, and so I'm going to say
Definitely got.
Hold on, let's take a quick break and see if we can fix that microphone problem. Adam, we'll play a couple commercials and see if we can get that fixed, because I definitely want to hear what these guys have to say here on the Skordle Victory Lap. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more right after this.
The pros with Skordle Live. Find out more at Skordle.com/.
Brahms is bringing the heat. Introducing Brahms new spicy chicken sandwiches. Flavor this good just can't be beat. Braum's crispy, tender, spicy chicken delivers just enough kick to ramp up our original recipe. Get it regular or club style with crispy bacon and American cheese. Add on Braum's sauce for that extra burst of heat, and you have spicy chicken sandwich perfection. Because nothing is better than Braum's.
Can you hear us, Mark?
I think we can hear you guys a little bit better now.
Okay.
Yeah, that works. That works. So yeah, of all of the teams, is there a friendly competition between the different groups? I mean, there at least was when I was in high school of the teams that I played on between the different classes.
Yeah, you had asked us about the classes, which one's the best one, and we talked about it, we voted on it, we all decided it's definitely 2025. We got rid of that Dayton Forsyth, and this team really peaked. We really excelled after we got him out of the way.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe Dayton's not watching, and so but at least be good nature.
Yeah, hopefully he's watching
to get his opinion on that. The camaraderie of this group to be able to play together. You guys had an incredible run through the state tournament this year. I think you probably played your best basketball at last. So, is there a method to try to peak at the right time? I know that you guys challenge yourself with and you did this year maybe as much as any time with teams from Oklahoma. You went to Anadarko. You had Millwood on the schedule. You guys added some teams that you might not normally compete against. So, did that help in preparing you to play in the state tournament?
Yeah, we played a lot of big schools all year. All of our scrimmages were against 5A and 6A schools. Like you said, we played a tough schedule. We play a lot of good teams at home. I think we've won 65 games in a row at home now, including big wins over OCS and also Millwood. And I think the guys just really want to show everybody that they were maybe complete domination as far as the playoffs go. I think winning 60-20 in the finals really showed everybody who the best team was.
Yeah, I have no doubt about that. Hey, one thing I've been impressed with every time I've come to Dale is the jazz band, man. I mean, there's not many of those around. So you guys, the atmosphere there, I think the school deserves a winning streak. So at least you guys could live up to that end of the expectations.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they're really good. Our band teacher, Nick Noble, does a great job with them. But yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, the fan support. I mean, what's it like growing up in that community? Because I assume everywhere you go, when you guys are out running around, the people are invested in you kids and how well you play. It's such a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a testament to the parents and the families that grew up here. It's just like the environment's great.
It's really like one big family, and I've been blessed. Everyone knows everyone, and the families are friends with the families, and yeah, it's really great.
Now, Jeff, are you sure that you're done? Is this it? Or is there a chance maybe you're coming back at some point in time that you might miss this?
No, I think the gang has probably already passed me by. I'm done. I'm a has-been around here now. They're going to be moving on next year without me.
Okay, and you guys have a new basketball coach. Fletcher Reed is coming in, and I know spent some time last year at Sequoia Claremore. I believe I've seen him wear a bow tie on the sideline from time to time. Do you guys think he can give Coach Smith a run for his money in terms of being the best dressed?
Coach Smith is a pretty good dresser. That's going to be a tough one. I think I got my money on Coach Smith. He's got a couple of new suits. I'm going to go with Coach Smith on that one.
You guys agree with that?
Yes, yeah. Sir.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll tell Fletcher you guys step up a little bit to get in that mix. All right. Who do you guys like tonight? Thunder or the Nuggets?
Thunder, of course.
Thunder. Bounce back.
Somebody give me a key for the win tonight. What has to happen?
You got it.
Stop Jokic.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know how many coaches we got in that room other than Jeff, but that seems like it's going to be a pretty tough task to me, stopping Jokic.
Amen. Yeah, he's really good. The Thunder, but I look for him to bounce back. I think they'll shoot better. I think Chet and Shea will both have big games.
Okay. Yeah, we need Chet and Dub to step up tonight. Hey, congratulations on all your success, Jeff, and enjoy your retirement and the couple of hours you're teaching today. And you guys really I've had the pleasure of watching you over the last few years. So I want to say thank you to you guys for all the great basketball that you played.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks for having us.
You bet. All right. That will conclude the Skordle Victory Lap. Appreciate everyone. I know that we had a little bit of an issue with Caddo that just wasn't going to work for us to be able to talk to them. I think they're probably still playing some sports and weren't available this afternoon. But Coach Johnson at Caddo does a great job down there. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks to our sponsors. We appreciate it. Look forward to getting back out there and having some great basketball action here on Skordle when we begin the 25-26 season. Everybody have a good afternoon and go Thunder.